Maybe nice to see you. Thanks for your time. Dive in with fitness-wise, coming out of last Saturday's game, Big Grant and Nacho. How are they doing for this weekend?
To be totally honest, unfortunately this week we got not the best news injury-wise. To be fair, so let's stand with Grant. This is the good news. He's okay. He trained full. Nacho has a hip injury, not too bad, but will miss Saturday. We hope he will be ready for the Rotherham game. Unfortunately as well, Duffy got a routine scan on Monday, and the progression was not as good or as quick as we hoped, so he will not come back before the international break, but after the international break. And unfortunately, and this is a big blow for us, yesterday in training, Ornel Hernandez has broken his foot, his metatarsal. He will be out for the rest of the season, which obviously was not a good week injury-wise for us. So what does it mean at the end of the day? It means that we all together have to come even more tight together. I'm so happy that we play at home on Saturday. We had an unbelievable support last game, and now we really need everyone in the stands to be our 12th man to push this team after what they've done, and with this situation where we miss now 4 regular starters of us for Saturday, to keep going, to stay positive, to keep believing, and to keep pushing again. I ask everyone, and I'm quite confident that the support will be top class on Saturday, and this is exactly what this group deserves and what they need for sure as well.
Sure. Yeah, I mean that's certainly this time of the season you don't need that, but particularly with Vanel, with Johnny Rowe out as well, a double blow. To have 2 less options in those wide areas. No?
Yeah, correct. But as I said, it is how it is. We have to respect it. Now, first and foremost, we wish Ornel all the best. He has some further scans today where we have to wait. Does he need the surgery or not? And we will support him as good as we can. And he will support the team. He is a super positive guy. We all together know this. But again, for me, it only counts how we deal with the situation. And there's only one way. Go forward. Be brave and make sure we stick together, especially, again, our supporters who were top class last game. They have now a crucial part to play, and I'm 100% sure they will do. And this is why I'm so happy to play at home on Saturday.
I was going to ask you about John Rowe anyway, just in terms of an update, David. It looks like he's been out maybe doing a bit of warm weather training in Portugal. I mean, is there any sense of when you might be able to factor him back in?
No, this will take time. So I think we are now roughly 3 weeks post-injury. This will take time for sure. He will not be back in March. It will be April. We said this before. I think we have to be patient for another few weeks to give a clear time frame. Our aim is that he is back in April. Maybe late April, mid of April, we will see. I think a more exact time frame I can give later in March.
Yeah, funny if I was going to ask you about Borja Sainz really, but only in the context of a player there who'd had a lot of starts, a lot of minutes. We've seen the quality with his goals, that goes without saying, and it's even more pertinent now given the news about Ornel and Johnny Rowe. And it's his first season in England, and you have to cut him a little bit slack there. But what do you want to see from him now? Where does he need to kick on and take that next step for you, particularly now in light of what you've told us with the England?
To be fair, I think he has done some great steps so far, especially as well that he's quite reliable in the defensive part, which he has to bring to the team. And obviously, he asks in the pockets for the ball in the right moment, can run in behind, is a threat from the distance as well, can take players on, unselfish in situations where he should be. So he has done good steps, but obviously space for improvement for sure. Fassi is another one who scored, I think, 6 or 7 goals already, which is okay, can be more. We need now everyone. Gipsy played there, so we have alternatives, but for every team, and to be fair, let's be honest, I think more or less every team at this stage of the season get hit by some injuries, and as I said, Nacho is not too far away. Duffy is not too far away, even if obviously every player hurts, which you can't use in a game. And obviously on Saturday we have a few of them, but we will have a proper squad, which will be desperate, super sharp, super hungry to keep our unbeaten run going, to keep making sure to perform again on the highest level in terms of the intensity and the aggression, and to make sure to win another home game if possible. And this is obviously our aim.
And on that home game front, I think you've won 6 of your last 7 now in the league at Carrow Road. If you look at the home record in the Championship as a whole, there's probably only the top 4 or 5 who took more points than your team have at home. And you'll need, obviously, to lean into that now, given the injury news this weekend. But that Carrow Road factor, how important was that for you? Because obviously we all know when you first came in last season, that was something that probably you inherited, but you needed to address to start making that almost that fortress, and it clearly is now.
Yeah, it is, and I think the most credits deserve the players, what they've done, and obviously the supporters as well, with the atmosphere which they created in the last home game as well. But, and this is very, very important, nobody should take it for granted. It was every single point, every single game was hard work, very hard work. And if we keep the mindset going, we have to cross a white line, and then we have to be open to work hard again, to be super aggressive, super sharp, be open for the dirty work as well, and get the energy from the stands as well. Then I think we have everything to win another match. But this is exactly the mindset which we all together have if it turns 3 o'clock on Saturday in the stands and on the grass as well. And this is what we will prepare our team for. And then hopefully we can extend our home record, which is good. Yes, of course it's good. And we are confident to play at home. As I said, I love to play, especially now under the circumstances which we faced in this week at home, because our support can be our 12th man and the energy which we need.
Yeah, and that's an important point, isn't it? I mean, going back to those injuries, nobody wants to see any player injured, but popular lads as well, like Cornell, I'm sure within the group here at the training ground, it almost galvanises you to come together even more and overcome that adversity. And that, I guess, in terms of Saturday Carrow Road, is the message for the fan base as well, that we are getting hit in terms of these factors. We just need to sort of come together and almost use that as a fuel to sort of power through.
Absolutely. Exactly. This is how it is. If you have problems, you even have to come tighter together, and you even have to gel more, and you have to show more energy. And this is exactly what I'm sure, to be fair, this will happen from the stands and on the grass as well. And then let's make sure we create something special on Saturday again. And this is where everyone has to be right from his mindset from the first second, to have the right energy, the right mindset, the trust and belief in what we are able to do. And obviously our aim is clear. We like to win this football match, and for this we have to perform on the very highest level, even if we are totally aware about the quality which Sunderland have. I think we've seen in the first leg where they caused us massive problems, where we conceded a deserved defeat. It's a little bit like we said before the Watford game. We still feel a little bit we like to correct something, and this is a chance on Saturday to show that we are better what we've shown in the first game.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually going to ask you that. It felt when you spoke about Sunderland last week, I think when we was here last week, that you were bracketing it a little bit like that Watford game, that you leave there and the taste in the mouth is a little bit like, I can't wait for the return game. I mean, that very much is how you feel this weekend, based on, when you went there and had a tough afternoon, didn't you? Yeah,
and exactly. This is the truth. So I said this before the Blackburn game. Now there are the games where we, in the first leg, were below par, where we didn't collect points, and now we have the chance to show that we are better than we've shown in the first game against Blackburn. I think performance-wise, there were a lot of good things. Unfortunately, we didn't win it. We got a point, was more than no point in the first game. And now, like against Watford, where we lost, then we won at home. we have an opportunity to show against Sunderland again. A very dynamic, very intensive squad which likes to have possession, which likes to dominate the ball, who, if they have time on the ball, can express themselves and enjoy themselves. This is what you have to absolutely to avoid. A good team, very good team. Last season in the playoffs, where they were this season always in and around the playoffs as well. So it's a big task which we have, a difficult one, but we have to be focused on our performance, that we really make sure we attack in the right spaces, defend like hell, and make sure that we all together have the energy to get this win.
Are you seeing anything different? Because obviously in the intervening period since you played them, I think it was November, they've had 1 or 2 changes in the dugout. Are you seeing anything different in terms of their setup or what they're trying to do as a team?
No, the idea is the same. The quality of the players, the individuals which they have is the same. Okay, they have some injuries like we as well. We know this. Obviously, it is a different team which we face because they are different players, like on our side as well. But this is never exactly the same starting 11 which face each other. Yeah, different circumstances maybe in terms of the mood, but all this, to be fair, is not what really cares me. What cares me is we lost the first one, deserved. We were not as good as we can be. Saturday, next chance. Everyone who takes the shirt, everyone who starts or comes in as an impact, and our impact players were super good in recent weeks. Make sure that everyone has the same aims, the same mindset, and the same energy. And yeah, we are ready. We will be there, and hopefully we can perform on the level which we hope we can do.
I probably know the answer, but I'm going to ask anyway. What do you make of? You touched on it there. They got in the playoffs under Tony Mowbray last season. They make the change, and then Mick Beale comes in. He only lasts 2 months as a fellow coach, looking from the outside. What do you make of that?
Because it's from the outside, I don't like to give any comments. I'm not inside, and then it's very difficult from the outside. Obviously, I feel for every manager who loses his job. This is the truth, but I can't judge and give any comments on this.
Understood. And final one, and again, it feels like we're maybe going to be asking you this more often than not at this stage of the season now, but much like last weekend, is it just blinkers on, take care of our own business, don't worry, because you look around the games this weekend, there's West Brom, Cove, Preston, Hull, teams in and around you.
Yeah.
I mean,
you have too much time, to think about all this stuff. So, as long as we win, I don't care. And this is why all of our focus should be, how can everyone play his part to prepare the team as good as he can, and to make sure we have the atmosphere on the highest possible level on Saturday. This is what my thoughts are, and only for Saturday, Sunderland. Anything else, what comes later or will happen in other stadiums, it's not for me.
But that is obviously the case, clearly, and that will be very much how you see it. But is it hard to insulate players or fans, maybe to a lesser degree, just to keep that focus fully on what you're doing?
Everyone's thoughts are free. Everyone can do what he thinks to, but I can tell you from my experience what I know makes sense. Be focused on only the ones what you can affect, and the only thing what we can affect is the game on Saturday, and there for sure we need all our capacity, all our energy, and this is what I like to make everyone aware. And to be fair, it's still a lot of games to go. But there's only one game on Saturday, and this is Sunderland, and there we like to be on our best.
Good luck, Saturday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paddy.